me? Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So this is my upcoming memoir, and it is the chapter is called Inaccessible. I am 17 years old, newly jettisoned from Marin Catholic High School, and I've finagled my way backstage at an INXS concert. I've dragged a guy that I just met with me, and he's talking too much. His name is Brad. He wants to be an actor. And we get kicked out. So, the meaty security guard who so sweetly hoisted me up on stage informs us to exit down the hall and wait by the curb. I sling Brad a stink eye. If it wasn't for him asking for more lemons with his Perrier that rhymes with terrier, we'd still be backstage watching INXS. Brad is silent, clearing his throat occasionally as he glides along next to me. He's taller than I am, built more like a ballet dancer than an athlete, moving as if propelled by some magnetic force. His presence is as irritating as a wool sweater, yet totally hard to tune out. A rumbling noise beyond the floor-to-ceiling steel doors beckons us forward. He's still sour, probably from the lemons. I told you, I saw my name in large capital letters in my dream, so don't make fun of people's dreams. It's mean. I didn't anyway, but he won't let go of the point. I ignore him and try to pry open the massive steel doors in front of us. They are enormous and vibrating from the noise outside. Girls should not open doors. Let the gentleman do it. He heaves it open, and we're hit with a whoop and a gray-blue glare of flashbulbs. Panic strikes me in the sternum, prickling my armpits. I quickly move to the side. A crowd of teenage girls cloud the door. Brad absorbs the attention like a sponge, growing taller from it. He basks in the glow of their smiles and appreciative eyes. Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint you. The band will be out shortly, I announce, awkwardly. What's disappointing about it, he says, pulling his arms around two big-haired blondes so a third can take his picture. In order to seize opportunity, one has to be opportunistic. A hand drags me out from the crowd. Hey, I'm relieved to see China Katner's newly familiar face. China Katner, the daughter of Grace Slick and Paul Katner, the same China Katner who has a not-so-secret crush on Keith, the lead singer from Tokyo Vogue, the band that my friend Diana's boyfriend is a drummer for. The same China Katner who I met at Cafe Nouveau in Marin with Diana last weekend, and she said that she'd see what she could do about INXS. I'm still trying to sort out the chain of events in the circus. So, did you make this happen, or did I? Well, I said you have the words, but you got his attention. That I did not expect. She jerks her head over at Brad. So, Blondie seems to be enjoying himself. He's basking on borrowed time and on the other side of the velvet rope, taking more pictures with more girls. As I wave him over to introduce China, a woman with black hair springs next to me like a jaguar. Hey there, hot ass. Well, you certainly worked them both, didn't you? Grace Slick's startlingly wide, gray-green cat eyes are several inches from mine. You had a rock star in front of you, and you had this hot blonde right behind you. My mouth moves like a goldfish. You're going to make a great groupie. She leers at me. I'm not a groupie. I mumble like the newly graduated Catholic schoolgirl that I am. Grace grins at Brad like a hungry animal. Baby, you got to move fast in the spotlight, or that's the best you'll ever be, and that's the nice word for it. I'm prey to her frightening advice. Her teeth look sharp. A limo pulls up by the curb, and the rock mother and child saunter over to it. Out of my depth, I clutch at Brad, chattering like a parrot on coke. Hey, where are you staying? Hey, well, you can sleep on the couch. My mom won't mind, and my brothers, they won't even notice. And I can make you pancakes in the morning. Do you like pancakes? But it's not working. Well, sure, who doesn't? I was thinking of maybe finding a place to stay on Lombard, you know? Well, I should go. I'm kind of worried about my car. Who's that woman, anyway? He pulls his arms toward himself, shivering in the thickening San Francisco night fog. We're waved over to the limo. Michael Hedgeman sits in the back seat, flanked by two gorgeous girls in miniskirts. Michael, thank you. That was incredible. I gush. Of course, San Francisco is a fun place to play. You never know who you're going to meet. He pauses and looks me over like a stray kitten. So, this place, Cafe Nouveau, does it have hamburgers? I'm in the mood for an American hamburger. I glance over to China for direction, who shrugs. It's more a coffee house than a burger joint, I say. No more room service. I want a burger joint. You could join us if you're free. I excuse myself and drag Brad away from the leggy models he's ogling through the limo window. So, pancakes? Yes or no? I demand. He tilts his head sideways like a dog. I attempt winsome cheer again. Arf? That's what dogs do when they're confused. Retreat is flickering in his eyes. Oh, forget it. This guy's the North Pole. There's no smoke signals, flare guns, or amount of dimpled grins that are going to cut his ice. I gasp my last breath and steal a glance toward the window. I don't know, give me your number, he says. I make a face and write it on his arm. It's not like I don't have paper. I just want to smell him again. Then he takes a step back, like he's challenging me to a duel. You know, I just moved here, and I don't want to get tied down. Okay. I'm having difficulty connecting pancakes with being tied up, but rejection seems to be imminent here. And, you know, I want to date like a lot of girls. You know, like that song they do, Original Sin. I like that song. You know, I'd go out with a black girl. So he only showed up to study their sexy. No pancakes? I bargain again. Chasing a moron only makes you a bigger moron. This is clearly not the winning ticket. I want to be like those guys, inaccessible. He's pouting toward the limo. I can though, you see. You don't believe me. He kicks at the sidewalk sullenly. I just told him that I thought he would make it. I'm not going to sit in the front row for his temper tantrum. Michael Hutchins, at least at this instance, is not inaccessible to me. And I'm not a slut, I'm a muse. That's what Michael Hutchins said. So the correct answer is not A or B. I spin on my heel and march toward the limo. There's just one thing I gotta know. Mr., sir, Michael. Not Mr., not sir, and definitely not Mike. Michael Hutchins leaned back into the leather seat invitingly. I plant my feet firmly to keep my knees from buckling, hanging my hands over the limo's door frame like a basketball net. Michael, why is your band called In Excess? Well, the world is an excess of treats and surprises, like you. You were a treat tonight, also a surprise. Live in the moment and one can receive them. He stretches his long legs in the seat in front of him, looking up at me from his thick, dark hair. I'm a calliope. I'm not a groupie. I'm a princess of poetry. I'm neither A nor B. I lean in and grab the world's sexiest rock star by his finely chiseled chin. Hey, yells the model. Thank you again for this invitation. The city is also a treat. I kiss him full on the lips, which are naturally like chocolate bonbons. I know there's Snickers and aghast faces behind me, but I won't look back. Brad's eyes are wide. His lips are a thin line as I catch his face from the corner of my glance. I make excellent pancakes, I blubber as I rush past, stomping toward my ride home in a teary, gangling huff.